Hello, everyone. So this week in the United Kingdom, specifically England and Wales, we have had some local council elections. Now, those local council elections, you may have noticed, especially if you're in Britain, that it has been a sweeping, thumping majority for Nigel Farage's party, Reform UK. Another party that isn't one of the main ones is the Liberal Democrats, and they did quite well as well. And so did the Greens, picked up a few little things. So it's no more two-party politics in the UK. However, Tier Keir has taken it upon himself to say that from this result, he's figured out that he has to go with his policies harder and faster. So this by-election, these are by-elections, are local council by-elections, are the British public, or the English people and South Wales there, sticking their fingers up at Starmer and saying, we don't approve of what you're doing, we don't back you, we don't want you. And he is completely misreading it. So I'm just going to check in. Where is this guy mentally? I'm also going to, later in the reading, I'm going to use my sassy cards to see if there is any movement within his cabinet to try and get rid of him. Now, I did make a prediction back in 2023 that Keir, being a Virgo, would be the next prime minister. He was definitely we did have a selection of Virgos to choose from, and he was like the top, most obvious one. And that was the card said it would be a Virgo, and it was Keir. The cards also said in 2023 that once he was prime minister, he wouldn't last a year. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see if that comes to pass. But we're going to start off and look and just see where he is now. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, you're just hating on Keir." I'm not. I've never liked him. And it's not because of his potential politics or anything. I don't like him. He's disingenuous. He's fake. He was dropped in. He's a plant. In my mind, and that's what the cards have been saying. And the more I've read on him, the more I don't like him. So there's that. But I am just going to tell you what comes up in the cards. I pull them out in front of you so you can see me pulling them. It's very rare occasions where there'll be a card or something that has been pre-pulled or fallen out. That's really rare. So we're going to have a look and see what the cards say about Starmer. Just how he's going and everything like that. Why he is so pig-headed and can't read the writing on the wall. He can't read the mood of the nation. Now, this is the man who's came for the elderly's fuel benefits and the winter fuel benefits, the most vulnerable in society, the elderly, the disabled. He's also, there was a lot of stuff with the, the gangs scandal that we've had that he's really botched. There's stuff, his response to Southport only seemed to aggravate the situation. Like everything he does, he's got the Midas touch. Apart from everything turns to poop. There's been scandals with people in office around him. He's had to have the judiciary tell him how biological sex works and what is a woman. It's just this mind-bending kind of dystopian weird space we're in, and he has people from the right and the left and the center coming at him and saying, you are getting this really wrong. And this election result is just a symptom of that. It is the country saying, we all think you're getting it really wrong. So a vast majority is as well. So we shall have a look and see what the cards have to say about him, see what the cards are saying that's going to be coming up for Starmer in his mental state and how he operates. So my question for the cards is he being willfully blind? Is he being pig-headed? Why can't he see the writing on the wall? We have the King of Wands in reverse. Okay, right, okay. Now, Starmer is a Virgo, so he would relate to the King of Pentacles or the Hermit. Nigel Farage is an Aries, so he would relate to the King of Wands or the Emperor in the tarot, because they relate to each card. This is Farage. Farage is living in Starmer's head rent free. He is like, he is just focused on Farage. He has a brainworm when it comes to Farage. He will blame. He's going to do something like, I feel like he's going to call everybody right-wing bigots again, far white thugs, all of that stuff. He is really gonna really come for Farage. They learn nothing. He learns nothing if he does that. Crossing over, we have the Strength card in reverse. He's in a very weak position, a very vulnerable position, and he can't see it. He is deluding. He's trying to press all of the blame for all of this onto Farage, and saying, oh, look, I get it, is not going to wash, to be honest with you. Above the situation, you've got the Five of Wands. So he's going to try and just say it's manufactured disputes. There may be some people in the Labour Party who are maybe further down the rungs as well, who are going to come out and say something in the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm recording this May the 3rd. It is 14:33 in the afternoon, so 2:30 in the afternoon. So let's see what happens. He is really frustrated and angry. He wants to lash out. He feels really backed in the corner. He will not give it up easy. He will not give it up easy. This man is, he is frustrated and angry that the world view isn't going his way. There's the Knight of Wands coming up as well. He honestly, all of these ones, he really underestimates Farage. He's tried to put Farage off as this opportunistic, this just all substance, no clout kind of guy. And what Farage and Reform UK have done is absolutely batter Starmer. Yeah, the Tories, they did bad, but Starmer has lost, well, when you think of it this way, he's lost seats up here in Northumberland, council seats, and for years, for like, it's historic, it's old mining communities that traditionally vote Labour, and it's just out of tradition that they vote for them. He's lost them. He's lost Durham, the home of British unions. It's where the union movement really was born, and very pro-Labour. He's lost Durham Council. He's lost the 16th safest seat in the UK, parliamentary seat in the UK, as well in this election cycle. This is bad. He just completely. This is a very weak point for him. A very weak point for him. He's going to have to defend himself. He's going to try and defend himself with the Nine of Wands. He's digging in. He's frustrated. He's thinking that people are purposefully misunderstanding him. He's going to blame it on bad luck. He's going to blame it on opportunistic, this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. But he is the one who's actually made his own luck, but he can't see it himself. This is his own karma building up. This is his own energy building up. He doesn't realize just how absolutely cooked he is. The Four of Wands surrounding him. It's not a happy marriage anymore, is it? I think he's got a lot of things going on that is not just internal to the party. It's not a happy marriage anymore. It probably hasn't been for a long time. And that marriage is not just only his marriage, but it will be the people who are around him, the people who are supporting him, the people who helped lay out his foundations. What's on his mind? Get ready for some serious gaslighting, guys. He's going to gaslight the ever-loving hell out of everyone. And he's going to get himself in a stuck situation. He is stubborn. He is blind to the fact and blind to the logic that the world has moved on here. He is really blind to that. So let me get my other cards and let me have a look and see how his party is around him. Let me have a look and see what the mood of the cabinet is. The governmental cabinet. Let's see. Let's have a look. Okay, they want him out. They want him gone. They see him as disruptive. You've got the landlord in reverse, which is also the devil. They think he's misreading the room. They think they don't think he's running things properly. They think he's being overly controlling. They think he's putting too much. He's doing too much. The comfort pet in reverse as well. They can't support him. They're not there to... They have supported him. They have been there to reassure and try and smooth things over for him, but that has turned around. There's going to be less and less people who are going to be soothing him and feeding his ego. There is more and more people wanting to walk away from him and not just be there. We have the deletion. They are going to pressure him to turn back on policies. Good luck with that. This man is going to defend his position and he's going to gaslight and he's going to try and blame everything on Farage. Okay. Now we have a virus. Are we going to be getting some type of false flag? I've been talking about false flags a lot today. Are we going to get some type of false flag? Either a computer virus or a actual one? Or is there some more to come out about those parties over COVID, eh? You know, the ones that they attacked Boris Johnson about with a holier-than-thou attitude. But then Starmer was caught out with that. They are going to try and rein him in somehow. Interesting. There is going to be something that comes out as well about the spending, about the debt, about Labour's spending, about how Labour spends things. It could be going back to something with Lord Ali, but there is more to that as well. But they are going to try and effectively rein him in somehow. And when all else fails, they're going to troll him. And they're going to hemorrhage money. And it's going to be a mess. I don't think Labour are going to last that long as we know it right now. I think Labour, the cabinet, are going to start pulling each other apart in no time. I feel like they're going to try and manufacture some type of crisis. But that troll here, there is going to be, I feel like there's going to be someone break away and they're going to get accused of being a troll. They're going to be chasing the money. They're going to be losing the union votes. You're losing the union funding somehow. And it's going to be a mess. And it's not going to be easy. The next few months of this Labour government is not going to be easy. They're going to make more and more of a mess. And he is going to get himself into a tighter bind because of his sheer arrogance. He's blaming everyone else. Now, when you blame everyone else, it does reek of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And I can remember very clearly, I think it was one of the Talk TV presenters turned around and said, Keir Starmer is politics, answer is politics, Meghan Markle. He can't read the room and he will not give it up. He's stubborn. He will not do it. The man is a walking spreadsheet. And I don't believe he's ever moved on from his politics of his youth either. Meaning he's a Trotsky kind of, and I forget the other name. There was another communist writer, thinker, person that he aligned to, and I forget him. And he's worse than Trotsky. Basically, he's looking at this kind of international kind of communism type of energy. That's what he wants. He's not putting Britain in the front running. He doesn't put Britain in the front running. He's actually wanting Britain last and everybody else come on in. He's a dangerous man, in my opinion, very dangerous man. But that's what the cards say. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you've appreciated this reading. I know politics isn't for everyone, but we do sometimes need to have a little bit of a look at other things in the world that aren't always about the royals. So I like to have a little look and delve into politics every now and then, and celebrities and stuff. So thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you soon for some more. Okay, guys, bye.